This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are about set to watch the first play of the second quarter. Traverse City with the ball. I'm Dan Gusser, and up here in the booth with me is Jason Main. Just a short gain on second and a little bit. They're going to get the first down. Cadillac Schools are honoring the boys and girls cross country teams here down in front of us, Jason.
They're
they head to regionals here real quick.
Regionals next Saturday. Yep. Traverse City came out and ran a trips look there, the exact same play I think they ran previously in the first quarter, where the quarterback keeps it there. They just went the other way this time.
Schwaneke on that short first down carry right there. Picks up the first down and back to the little motion look here. He's going to make that read handoff, and there's a touchdown right there. Untouched into the end zone, maybe about a 20-yard carry. That's number 7, Sam Schmidt, with a nice run and some excellent blocking up there on the right side of that Traverse City line. Traverse City draws first blood, 6-0, and we'll see if they're going to toe this extra point. It does look like they are with our left-footed kicker out there. That's Alan Parks.
Yeah, and the opening drive, opening quarter is so important to set the tone of the game.
That's blocked, coming in there, making that block. Number 42, Barcheski. Spread eagle makes a nice block right there, and that'll make the score just 6-0. We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast here on 26 Sports and CCTV. This is a kind of a partnership between the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26. We have students from the Career Tech Center that run our cameras. They're doing graphics in the truck. They're doing all the behind things. They're working on cameras back, at the Career Tech Center, doing lots of things in preparation for tonight's game. We appreciate all that they do. They're
the tough ones. They brave the cold.
They are out there in the cold.
And they get right on the field and in the play even sometimes.
We're going to give you some information in a little bit on ordering some DVDs, and if anybody orders those, we want to let folks know that the cost of those kind of offsets the equipment, but it also offsets some of the warm jackets that we got our camera crew out there in tonight, and some of the things that just kind of make the broadcast a little easier on them and easier viewing for everybody at home.
Yeah, so Cadillac, hopefully for them, they can field this a little better. He's kicking into the wind, so it's probably not going to go quite as far, but still on a rainy night, you don't want to let it bounce.
His last kick was kind of a solid line drive, not real high. We'll see about this one. Six nothing TC, and it's just a low squibber down the field. Nice pickup right there. I don't know who grabbed that. Jason, you got a number on that?
60, Owen Klaus.
Sign him up for shortstop on the baseball team. That's not easy to do.
Owen is actually one of the faster kids on the team, maybe even top 2 or 3. And he kind of sticks to defense. That's kind of his niche, but he's a really strong, fast kid.
Number 9, Nick Foley on that tackle, junior. He's 5'10" for Traverse City Central.
So Cadillac will look to, from the 35-yard line, look to kind of regroup, not have some penalties, and see what they can come up with. Traverse City shifting around after Cadillac makes a call a little bit.
It's kind of Colin Johnson. He's going to get a couple. It is.
Where when the offensive team decides to stop and take a look at the defense, call a play, then the defense shifts a little bit, kind of like Peyton Manning and Ray Lewis used to do it.
Yes.
But I give Traverse City credit. I mean, I wouldn't sit there and just say, okay, you found our weak spot, now try it. Might as well switch it around and
And it's real hard on the linemen to on both sides to be sitting in that position, waiting for the snap. Good pitch right here. That's number 20. That's Cochran, Noah Cochran, just a sophomore here.
Yep, you know, Cadillac has 3 sophomores and a freshman, I believe, and it's not like they're just on the team. They're ones carrying the ball, making tackles, and you know, they got a junior quarterback. They'll come back next year.
Jack Sherwin with that tackle.
And
he's number 8, senior, and that's 3rd and about 6 for the Vikings, Jason.
Yep, 3rd and 6, 3rd and.
Vikings adjust. Look at the wrist guards, get the play they want, and away they go. Colin Johnson with a big, big hole.
Oh.
Carried by number 40, Colin Johnston.
Number 26 out there leading the way, David Platt Jr. with an excellent block, springing Johnson for easily another 15 to 20 yards after he made that block.
Yeah, Colin's pretty excited, kind of tossed the ball a little bit. The ref made him go get it.
That's a good job by an official. Instead of throwing a flag on that, just saying, go get it.
Yeah. I actually thought they might throw a flag. He was out of bounds when that last kid hit him, but must have been close enough not to warrant that. But here comes Cadillac, a little hurry up.
Tough snap right there, too. It looked like Julian Lamont had a hard time grabbing that one. That might have set that play back a little bit.
You know, and this offense is really predicated on timing, and when the timing gets thrown off, then the whole play's kind of struggling.
So we've seen the Vikings, this is the 3rd time on offense. They've looked solid with good possessions on all 3.
They've had
yet to come up with any points.
They've had a couple big runs. You know, on the far side was a run. That was a big run, and that's what they hope to do, is try to bust one free like that.
You know, when you're coming to the game and you have 1 win, it's your last game of the season, and your team comes out like this, you got to be pretty darn proud as a coaching staff.
It is, and other than this play right here.
Yeah, a little fumble right there.
Cadillac fumbled it, and Traverse City recovered it. So once again, Cadillac kind of shoots themselves in the foot. Cadillac's going to give the ball up, and Traverse City's got it on the 27-yard line.
You know, it's easy, I guess, as a player to kind of throw in the towel, and you certainly aren't seeing any of the Vikings doing that here tonight.
No, that's good to see, and you know, they'd still, I mean, they're only down 6-0. They'd love nothing better than to stop them here, have a chance to put one in before halftime.
Vikings shift a little bit here on the defensive. They slide to our side of the field, right where Traverse City's running. So a good defensive slide right there, and that is pretty much a no gain, maybe a little bit for the Vikings.
For a loss by number 55, Ryan Cox.
Yeah, Traverse City Central definitely has some bigger kids out there, but you know, if you can be shifty on the D-line and find a gap to sneak in there, it doesn't matter how big you are.
2nd and about 10.5 here for Traverse City. Schwaneke back in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off. No, he keeps it. And he picks up about 15 on that.
And you know, that's a tough play because Cadillac definitely has somebody assigned to the quarterback.
Yes.
And somebody assigned to the running back on the handoff. And unfortunately, that person has been getting blocked. So 1st and 10 for Traverse City on their own 43-yard line. They're running the jet sweep right here, and looks like a great tackle by number 6. Logan Wild comes up and makes a great stick. We'll talk about Logan in a little bit on our player feature, player profile. We're about 8 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and Traverse City's going to have 2nd and 10.
Nice job right there by Logan Wild, number 6.
Yeah, Logan's a kid that did not play as a sophomore and then came back out as a junior, and they are excited to have him.
That reverse look again here for Traverse City, and this time Vikings do a better job of staying home. Looked like Alec Barczewski had a chance to make the play right there.
Yeah, and he actually lost contain a little bit, and then instantly it's a 4-yard gain. So
Julian Juju Noriega comes up and makes that tackle. He was our first player profile here tonight. So 3rd and 5. Traverse City heading into the wind here.
Yeah,
Into that mist.
Here's their trips look where there's a pass. Nope, he kept it.
We saw this quarterback draw here earlier. There's a flag on the play as he's going down the far sideline with tremendous speed right here. You can see why he's so highly thought of as a player heading to the next level after this senior year. We'll see what the flag is on that. Jason, while we
They're going to call a holding on them. So.
get this all marked off, why don't you read us our player profile?
Yeah, let's talk about our second player. Is a junior, number 44, Isaac Hyde. Isaac's parents are Rich and Tracy Hyde. He has 5 siblings: Shane, Richie, Gunnar, Mallory, and Savannah. Besides playing football, Isaac plays varsity baseball. In his spare time, Isaac likes to spend time with his family and go hunting. Isaac's favorite athlete is from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Antonio Brown. After high school, Isaac would like to attend college and pursue something in the criminal justice field. So congratulations, Isaac Hyde, for being one of our player profiles of the final game of this year.
Ball be spotted at the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 10.
The 26 Sports and CCTV hierarchy broadcast geniuses back there in the buildings are working on the playoff picture and hopefully bringing some playoff games broadcast. Some of our local teams. We've got several actually. Little screen pass. That's well read by the Vikings. Broken up nicely there. Yeah, so we've got several area teams that we've covered this season that are going to be into the playoffs. Lake City certainly winning the Highland. They'll be in. McBain, with I think just one loss in the Highland, will be in. Pine River will also be into the playoffs this year.
Yeah, so there's quite a few local teams that are going in there. Cadillac did a good job stopping the screen pass there, the middle screen kind of look, and it's going to be 4th and 10 for Traverse City. They're forced to punt.
This is a tough punt to field into this strong wind, and with this wet field, we'll see if the Vikings try to receive it, and then they decide not to. It might be a good call right there.
I'm not sure it was his decision.
No, I think Matt Green just, that wind makes things happen funny out there with that football.
Yep.
Traverse City maybe thought it was touched.
Well, that's kind of one of those things. You might as well do it.
Yeah,
because
absolutely. It was not touched. The Vikings will take over on downs here after the punt. So we've got, 1st and 10 from the 30?
Yeah, it looks like the 21.
You're right,
20.
that is the 20.
And 7 minutes left, and Cadillac, they put together a drive, have no penalties, and hang on to the football. They've given it to them back twice so far.
3 times. 3 fumbles.
3 fumbles, yeah.
So we look, if the Vikings do what they've done early in this game, they could easily drive the ball down the field and use up most, if not all, of these 7 minutes. Or do that. Tough pitch right there. It was a little bit behind. Not sure who recovered it. It is a turnover, number 4 of the first half here. 4th turnover by the Vikings. 4th fumble recovery here by Traverse City. That's a big one. That's a short field now.
Now that's kind of a dagger before halftime to have to come up with that. But you never know. They haven't scored yet. And they run the shotgun. All it takes is one time through his hands.
Junior Jordan Liggett, number 5, with that fumble recovery. Jordan's had a nice first half here for Traverse City. This is a keeper coming back away from the flow of the play, and Schwaneke into the end zone for a touchdown. One play after the fumble.
It is, and you can kind of see that's a sudden change of possession that the Vikings did not handle very well. They kind of put their heads down, and when you do that, bad things happen.
So that'll make it 12-0, and we'll see if Traverse City decides to go for 2. Their first extra point attempt was blocked.
Yep.
So I'd expect them to go for 2 here.
Yep, you're right, Dan. And turnovers are such a big part of the game, and you can't fumble 4 times in the first half and expect to put too many points on the board against a team like Traverse City.
Just under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We've got a whistle right there. Traverse City looks to go for 2.
Offsides there.
Delay a game.
Delay, yeah.
That's a big penalty right there.
Yeah, now you got to go 8 yards instead of just 3.
We'll see if they decide to still go for 2 now, or if they're going to send in left-footed Alex Parks.
The way that Schwaneke has kind of been running around the end, running up the middle, they don't have their running formation, though. That's
this isn't a bad thing to do, though, with postseason right around the corner here. Gives you an opportunity to try something.
They're going to call another penalty. Offsides against Traverse City.
Lined up in the neutral zone, I think, is how that's officially thought of, maybe, Jason? I don't know. Or is that just one of the linemen too far?
Now they're going to kick it.
Now they're going to go. Okay.
The thing is, Dan, one thing that good teams do is they put some quick twist in so that a team that is scouting them has to prepare.
Fast to prepare. Yep.
And they have definitely no intentions of doing it in their playoff game, but they put
right.
it in for
and
one
look
time.
What we got here. Is we got split receivers both sides.
So they brought their first offense back in.
Yep.
Instead of their 2-point conversion offense. Here comes the quarterback keep.
I think you're right.
Nope.
And he catches it on about the 3 or 4 yard line, squeezes into the end zone. That's number 7, Sam Schmidt from Schwaneke for the 2-point conversion of about 15 yards.
Yeah, it looks like actually, I don't know if it was Logan or Cole Flint. One of them fell down back there, slipped a little bit, and their man came back to make the play. But Cadillac's going to receive the punt or kick now and trail 14-0 with 7 minutes left.
And they've looked good. The Vikings have looked good tonight other than the turnovers. They're just eating them up.
They have been able to move the ball, but the story is turnovers and penalties a little bit that have stopped their drive.
So if you are interested in some DVDs, you can call the station, and they can give you that information. That phone number there is 231-577-1844. You can also just go online to cctv-cadillac.org, or you can go to mynews26.com and get that information. We always mention every week, that a DVD, this kind of thing, makes a really cool stocking stuffer with the holiday seasons coming around. For any of the seniors out there tonight playing for either squad, what a nice thing to give them when they graduate high school, something they can show that their kids someday or their grandkids someday and say, hey, that was me back when I was young. Parks with the kick. Squibber again.
Good field there by
Barcheski.
Barcheski, yep.
Does a nice return as he gets out across the 30-yard line. Finally brought down by a host of Traverse City players.
Yeah, that's a tough place to run right up the middle when they kind of have that middle wedge coming down the middle.
I think that actually might have been 43, Matt Green on that carry.
I think you're right.
43, 42, hard to tell out there.
So they're going to get it at the 33-yard line. Plenty of time, 6:50 left.
Only down 14-0. I tell you what, if the Vikings can hold on to the ball and move it down the field and get a score out of this, I think they'll like the way they've played this first half, other than a couple of turnovers.
Well, I mean, if you put a score in right here, you're only down 1 score. You are kicking off in the second half, but
looks like Lamont's handoff to 40 right there. Colin Johnson doesn't get much, if maybe loses a little bit. Foley with that tackle, Nick Foley.
so second and 10.
Vikings one receiver split wide to each side again. And there's the motion and the pitch.
Number 42,
tackle
Alec
out there.
Barczewski, and that's number 8 for Traverse City is Jack Sherwin.
Schwaneke, I think, with the tackle.
Oh, was it Schwaneke?
Yeah.
He's assigned to that pitch man, and he did not bite on anything.
So this is 3rd and a long dozen here for the Vikings. We'll see if Lamont's going to step back to throw this.
Rain's picking up a little bit. And
they got the wind at their back, makes the throw, I think, a little easier.
I don't know. Looking at the rain out there, I'm not sure
it's
you
a
could
tough
have it.
throw.
It is.
And they look to throw. Not much there for Julian Lamont. Really no time to make a read or see an open receiver.
No, Cadillac's
kind of avoids a little first tackle, but a lot of flow by the Traverse City Central defense.
Yep, they're going to be forced to punt here, and now they just want to take some time off the clock. And so number 9 is Cole Flint. He's back to punt for the Vikings.
Cole, senior, one of our seniors playing in his last game here tonight. Gets an excellent punt off.
Yeah, great job. It was not the best snap, and he caught it, got it off, and he's going to kick it down to the 30-yard line. So about a 45-yard punt on a cold, rainy night. So that's a good job on a hit.
So some of the seniors here tonight for the Vikings squad. You have number 65 out there, Ethan Pritchard. Senior Owen Klaus, number 60. Senior 55, Ryan Cox. Senior number 50, Mario Cerna. After this play, we'll give you a few more here. As Schwaneke
got the double slot look here, and he reads the defense, calls the play.
Little motion again, and Schwaneke's going to hand it off up the middle. Short gain right there.
66 and 22 coming in the game right now. That's Daniel Gray and Kyle Perry for Cadillac. They're trying to make a quick switch here with number 2, Juju Noriega, and number 65, who is Ethan Pritchard.
Another one of the seniors out there playing their last game for the Vikings is number 43, Matthew Green. We get a flag on this play.
I think they had 2 people going in motion at the same time, illegal shift, yep.
David Platt Jr., wearing number 26 out there tonight, is a senior for the Vikings. Cole Flint, number 9, is the final senior for our Viking group.
So that's going to stop the clock and put the Trojans 5 yards back.
For Traverse City seniors playing their last regular season game, number 79, Jason Ochua. Number 78, Hunter Whitkey. Number 75, Gabe Miller. Number 66, Rick Mosley. 55 is Jalen Langler. 53 is Ethan Mullins. And we'll get you some more of those seniors for Traverse City in a little bit. Tough handoff attempt right there.
Yeah, I think he has the option of, if you don't get a clean handoff, just pull it out and keep it and run it. And that's what he did. And Cadillac did a great job. I think it was 55. Was that Cox in there? Stopping him on the quarterback keep.
Hudson Richard is a senior wearing number 42 for Traverse City. 32, Josh Glesman. He's a senior. Nathan Colasar, number 26. 24, Moswin Kirksley, also a senior, as is number 23, Jake Simmons. Keeps this one, Schwaneke, and fumbles. I think it bounced right back into his hand.
Up to him, yeah. Looked like Isaac Hyde, number 44, got in there and caused a little pressure. But
that's nice defensive effort by the Vikings right there.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 6.
Jordan Christopher is a senior for Traverse City, as well as Sam Kamilarzik. He's number 15. Jordan, number 16. Ike Battle, number 14, is a senior, and Jacob Belcher, number 13, is a senior. Preston Briggs, wearing number 10, is a senior. Jack Sherwin, wearing number 8. Sam Schmidt, wearing number 7, are seniors.
Fumbled it.
And on the 5th fumble of the half right here, it looks like it is recovered by Traverse City. They are very excited on their sideline. We've got 2 other seniors to mention here for Traverse City. Number 1, Noah Norton. He's the senior, and Tobin Schwanecke, number 2.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where, I know he's wanting to, might as well just fair catch it, though, and catch it at the 40-yard line and try to go 60 yards rather than try to make a play.
With 2:46 to go, Traverse City Central will take over just inside the Viking 50-yard line, about 46, everybody. I'm Dan Gussert. Up here in the booth with me is Jason Main. Schwanecke on that quarterback draw again. Picks up 8-9 yards. You're watching high school football here from Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Cadillac on 26 Sports and CCTV.
Traverse City gets out of bounds there, so it stops the clock.
We'll get you our sponsors here in a minute. Want to make sure we thank them. As we have 2nd down and 9 with 2:39 to go. Traverse City with a 14-0 lead, and there's a flag. Jason, that'll be perfect time to get that.
Yeah, it looks like it actually, they had 2nd and 1, Dan, and they still jumped off
Yeah, I
sides
think I said 2nd and 9, but it is 2nd and 1.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. So our sponsors tonight are our presenting sponsor is Cadillac Castings, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Cadillac Tire, LC Materials, Doug Glass, Cherryland Electric Cooperative, Just Trucks, and Cherry Capital RV, and of course Pizza Plus.
Yeah, good time of year to head into Cherry Capital RV, get a little bit of work done on your camper, maybe get it winterized, stop in at Cadillac Tire, new wiper blades, maybe get some new, or get the snow tires getting ready. All that stuff's coming here in northern Michigan real soon. A big mix-up right there in the backfield.
Yeah, they had some confusion on who's going first and who's going second. So number 9, Cole Flint, comes and makes a great play there.
I don't know if we're getting through to everybody. I'm going to ask the truck right now. We got a little loud noise in the back of our microphone, everybody. Are we still getting us back there? Okay, sounds like we're okay. It must have been just something on Jason's end and my end. Apologize, everybody.
So 2 minutes left, and Cadillac's going to call timeout. They want to stop them here. They don't even want to get them in the field goal range because Traverse City is going to try one.
Now, everybody, we've had two trucks out this year, 2 vans out doing all this stuff. One tonight up in Lake City. This one here. We are heading to our winter sports season real soon after playoff football coverage. We cover boys and girls basketball and hockey with our winter sports broadcast. If you're out there and you want to join our crew, if you're in high school, get a hold of your guidance counselor, find out what's going on up at the Career Tech Center, and they can steer you our way. You can join the camera crew, and lots of things going on with that. Jason?
Yeah, our last player profile tonight is number 6, a junior, Logan Wild. Logan's parents are Rebecca and Jason Wild. He has 2 sisters, Marissa and Chloe, which I believe it's Chloe's birthday this weekend. So he probably
excellent.
better treat his sister nice. Besides playing football, Logan plays basketball. In his spare time, Logan likes to spend time with his family and friends, and Logan's favorite athlete is Calvin Johnson. After high school, Logan would like to attend college and obtain a degree in financing. So great job, Logan.
He's going to have a lot more math background than you or I do, Jason.
Absolutely.
Good for Logan.
So Traverse City comes out, and it's 3rd and 6 here.
Schwanecke keeps this one off the read. He does pick up the first down, steps out of bounds with 1:59 to go. And congratulations again to Logan Wild, Isaac Hyde, and Juju Noriega as our player profiles here tonight. Quickly to the line here, Traverse City. Motion coming our way, and it's a handoff this way. Nice job by the Vikings to kind of string that out. They're going to give up 4 or 5 yards on that. They're keeping the play in bounds. That keeps the clock going.
Yeah, so
we've got an injured Viking down here, Jason. I think we had Owen Klaus with that tackle. I can't see who's down there.
It actually it's not Owen Klaus. It's
Yeah, Owen, I
Yeah.
think, made the tackle. I don't know who's down. So while we're letting the officials and training staff take care of that player, so we got the winter sports season coming up. Bill Dooley and Jeff Castillo do a lot of the Cadillac high school hockey games. They'll be in the rink real soon. And also we've got the boys and girls basketball teams for Cadillac.
yeah.
New
and
basketball coach for the girls program this year, Mike McLaurin.
McLaurin. Yep. Volleyball this fall. Is there any more of that left?
Volleyball, we did our last one this past week.
Yep.
We may cover a Cadillac volleyball district or regional game. We'll see how that all works out. Looks like that's number 40 right there, Colin Johnston.
Yep,
Hampering
so-
a little bit on his right leg there.
So if you'd like to get any DVDs, you are welcome to look it up at cctv-cadillac.org or mynews26.com. And you can order single game or pre-order a box set of any of the team's games.
Got a towel over the football out there on the field
Yeah.
here, Jason. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Trying to keep it a little bit dry as the mist is really coming down pretty good now. Winds have not died down. Schwaneke is going to keep that one and go nowhere.
Number 77, Ryan Warner, is a sophomore that came in and made the play, along with 65, who is Ethan
Pritchard.
Yeah.
Ethan's one of the senior captains here for the Vikings.
Good job by him. It's going to be 3rd and short for Traverse City.
This is a big stop for the Viking defense.
Yep.
They need to stay in this game, only down 14. They've moved the ball really well. Defense just has to step up here. Nice tackle right there. Who got that one, Jason?
Knifed down by number 65,
Ethan Pritchard again.
Back-to-back plays by the captain.
That's a pretty athletic play for a big guy like that. Schwaneke's a quick, athletic kid, and Pritchard got him down quick.
So the Trojans take their second time out of the half on a 4th down here, upcoming 4th and 3.
And you're probably going to see the trips look with the quarterback give option. And Colin Johnson walking on the sideline. We hope he's okay down here.
Yeah, this is where you get to see a little of the chess matches going on here between Coach Eric Sugars of Traverse City and the coaching staff, the Viking defensive coaching staff, trying to figure out what we expect from them, how to play it, those kinds of things. I got to believe we're going to see Schwaneke somehow in control of this play.
Yep. And they probably will call play and look at see what the defense is, and Cadillac down 14-0 and still having 5 fumbles. If they can clean that up a little bit, maybe make a game of it in the second half, that would be a morale win for them.
If we were watching the Detroit Lions and they had fumbled 5 times in the first half, we might see them down by 40 points. It's kind of odd to think that the Vikings have fumbled 5 times and are only down 14-0.
If the Lions fumbled 5 times, Dan, I would not be watching them anymore.
They've been playing a little better as of late.
They have,
They had the off week last week.
See how they shape up as the season
I think
goes.
they head to Miami maybe this week.
That's right. Here's Trips left, and he looks like he's overloading the left side. Now they got 4 to the left.
This is where we looked where we saw him take a couple of steps left early on in the game, then come back right, but he is not going to do that here. This is strung out really well by the Vikings.
And he's just so fast.
He's just so quick. He makes a great move.
And Schwaneke is good enough that he can actually run 4 yards back, get around the outside, and gain 6.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did. Boy, it looked like the Vikings had it strung out really well.
Yeah.
And Schwaneke does what he does and picks up that first down, and that'll bring it up to just outside the 20, and he's going to look to throw here. Cutting across the middle. Is that Green on that catch?
Yeah, it's a touchdown.
No,
Number 3.
That's number 3. That's Trey Sorrells. He's just a junior and makes a nice catch in the middle of the field, sprints to the far side, and he gets pay dirt with 48 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, and that's a tough one for Cadillac. I mean, he had plenty of time to throw it there, and on a wet night, you want to pressure them a little bit and hopefully not let that happen right before half.
Almost blocked again, and it is put right through, and that'll make it 21-0. Alex Parks, the kicker right there, puts it through the upright to make it 21-0. Traverse City Central feasting on 5 Cadillac Viking fumbles here in the first half, everybody.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow going into halftime, and and they score one of those opening drives. It's a whole different game.
Yeah, momentum-wise, and absolutely, especially if your record is 1-7 coming into the game.
And if you believe you can hang with a team like Central, then you're going to play hard the whole game. Now with your heads down a little bit, it could get ugly.
We want to let everybody know that at halftime, Jason and I will do a short little halftime wrap-up of the first half. And then after that, commercial break, we'll get back with second half action here. I would expect kind of that squib kick with 48 seconds to go. Usually this is where a team doesn't want to send it deep.
Yep, they'd rather have one of the upbacks here catch a nice wet ball rather than one of the deep guys get a run at them.
Cadillac High School Marching Band is down on the field on the far side right here, getting ready for their final halftime show of the 2018 high school football season. Picked up really well again. Yeah. Looks like Luke Morrison, number 4, with that tackle.
So Cadillac will have 43 seconds here and see what they can come up with to try to put something on the board. They got the wind at their back if they could get into a field goal range.
Might be a good place to try a little screen. You got nothing to lose. Maybe a little flea flick, something different, something to give the guys a little boost, a little excitement. We'll see what the Vikings choose to do here, as they have split pretty far to the far side. Looking to the sideline. And here we go with 43 seconds to go. Pitch to this side. Fumble again. I haven't seen a signal yet, Jason, but it was pretty clear to see that ball come out. Number 5 on the tackle, Jordan Leggett. Schwaneke gets the recovery.
In the first half.
Kind of like a broken record here.
Yeah, first half, anything goes. Traverse City's going to try to punch another one in. I mean.
Oh, absolutely.
And they don't want to mess around here. And they saw that Cadillac can move the ball a little bit, but this is where Cadillac needs to hang on to the football.
Late running onto the field right here for the Vikings, number 22, Daniel Gray, just a sophomore. Schwaneke back in the shotgun. We've got 3 receivers to the far side. And he's looking to go up the middle in the quarterback draw.
They still got a timeout. They're going to use it right here.
Isaac Hyde on that tackle, along with number 22, Daniel Gray with that tackle. Traverse City uses their final first half timeout.
Yep, so if you're Cadillac, you got to keep them in bounds here. First of all, make the tackle, keep them in bounds, and you can be slow to get up off the pile.
We'll see what they do. Hyde seems to have a pretty solid, Parks seems to have a pretty solid foot. They might try to get something going to give him an opportunity to kick something on a wet night.
Why not, right?
Give him a little experience, a little bit of confidence maybe.
That extra point was good. He kicked it pretty hard. And
so you got your final Pop Warner game tomorrow. Is that right,
Pop
Jason?
Pop Warner, and they call it the Jamboree, where they try to match everybody up with teams that are similar records and have some good games. We play up in Thurlby Field tomorrow against Traverse City St. Francis. So guys are excited to play.
Yeah. Well, excellent.
It's a good group of kids, and all the Pop Warner kids are. And it's good to see that fire and excitement on all the kids and the coaches. Every coach at every level has put a lot of time in and done a great job this year. And
I got the opportunity earlier this year to watch a little bit of Pop Warner action up in Manton. I got to see your Cadillac team face off against a lot of the kids from the Pine River area schools.
Yep.
Well, that I get to teach. So it's always a
Yeah.
good time to get out and watch those guys.
It's fun to watch them grow up together, where they're playing kids like the Pine Rivers, and they play in the 3-on-3s, and they play in the travel leagues and the CASA tournaments.
They get to know each other pretty well that way. As we see, Schwaneke's pass is completed down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. Remember, in high school football, when your knees or body are down, that's the end of the play.
Yeah, so they're going to get it here. The clock is going to actually start, and I don't know if
when the referee sets it into play and steps back out.
Yep, they'll try to run a play here, and then if not, they could just try to kill it, but they're going to score.
He's going to get into the end zone as Schwaneke runs up the middle with 16 seconds to go. So that big, was it the 6th turnover of the half of the Vikings?
It was the 6th turnover, yep.
And what we were looking at, 4 or 5 minutes ago was a 14-0 lead. The Vikings with the ball, kind of hoping to get back into this. Turns into a chance for Traverse City here to put up their 28th point of the first half. As Parks gets ready to kick again.
If the first one wasn't a dagger, the second one was.
That's number 7 right there. That's Sam Schmidt with a low snap. Rolls out of that. That's a play that teams will work on when you don't have a great control of that snap.
Yeah,
looked like he had an open receiver, just didn't quite get the throw to him.
Yep, and when you get a fire call, they call it on that, and then they just throw it up to the end zone, because in high school you can't advance it back.
Right.
So you might as well take a shot at it rather than eat it.
Yep.
But something that they practice.
And the eligible receivers on each side of the field know that if they hear that call, they're running a route.
So we got 16 seconds left, Dan, and Cadillac is going to get it one more time, and I would assume they would take a knee.
Yeah.
If they get it, but.
I'm heading to East Lansing tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the Michigan State ball game.
You have a prediction?
You know what? I have a feeling it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Both defenses are very solid. Michigan's offense really has come alive. And I'm going to guess it's going to be 17-14 Michigan State. And I only pick in State because that's my team.
Well, your son would disown you if you didn't.
I've got one that went to Michigan and one right now at State, so I'm sure he'll be feeding off a dad's dime tomorrow somewhere after the game.
So
Owen Klaus downs it.
14 seconds left, and ball's at the 31-yard line for Cadillac.
The Vikings, we're going to assume here will take a knee, everybody. We'll see. They might try and run a play. And then after the quarter ends, we'll take a quick break. They run it right up the middle. Johnston back in the game. Work that knee out, and that'll run out the clock here on the first half. You're watching high school football here on 26 Sports and CCTV. I'm Dan Gusser, and up here with me tonight is Jason Main. Traverse City Central with a 27-0 lead over the host, the Vikings. And we'll be right back with a little halftime wrap-up of how things went in the first half.